Sure, okay. So before we get on to, I feel like this is scripted already. I can already feel it in my bones.
Yeah.
I feel scripted
It is
because
scripted.
when your director tells you what to do, it's scripted. But before we get into the beginning of the podcast, my guest is TKZ, Tukolo, just recently passed, and I guess we need to kind of pay homage to that and be like, R.I.P. Did you know him, by the way?
Yeah, not personally.
Not personally.
Yeah,
Of course we know.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah. Didn't know him personally.
Yeah.
I wish I did.
Same, Same. But I think that it's always best to always say that.
Yeah.
I mean,
but
legends.
it's always the case, eh?
What's
It's
the
always
case?
No, like you wish you knew someone once they are gone.
Yeah.
Because imagine now how many legends are alive now, but you're not saying we wish we knew them.
So what
We
must
have
we
the
do?
chance.
We must
We
go
have
and
the
know
chance.
everybody, yeah?
I just know the ones that you wish. I don't know. No. There's no way.
Let's take initiative.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we really want to just send out that message saying that may he rest in power. Yeah. Otherwise, may he rest in power. You want to say him? Huh?
No, Magesh. Rest in power, Maggie.
Yeah, may he rest in power. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Sai Sessions podcast. My name is Sai Jones, and today I've got a special guest with me. I don't want to talk a lot and pre-introduce him because this gent is a bit of a big deal to me, and I don't know if he knows. I don't know if you know. I've been tweeting you since 2013.
You lie.
I'm not joking. I've been tweeting you since 2013.
And then blue tick?
Blue tick.
Was I blue ticking you?
No, that's the thing. That's the thing. You never blue tick me. Because I remember the time, because I was doing radio at the time back in the Eastern Cape, and I was hosting a dance music show at the time. Whenever I got your music, I was always amped and hyped, and I remember tweeting on some yo guys. So since 2013, I've been tweeting you.
Wow.
Welcome to the
it comes
pod.
a long way.
Yes.
Yes.
Look at me. I'm
Look at you.
fangirling.
Ah.
Have you seen me fangirl before?
No.
You haven't?
No.
I've been acting cool lately.
Yeah, all the time. Like, yo, Sai, give me a hug. Sai, no, it's okay. Come. Are you good? Yeah, I'm good.
Polile.
Yeah, polile.
You must not jumpis, you know?
Ash, yeah.
Melunga jumpis, otherwise abantu won't take you seriously. Bazacinga ba will away.
Hayi banorayo too much. Yeah. Hey,
Suspicious.
Kanjo. The last time we were together, I told you the last one. I'm gonna talk
Bulela
Tswana.
sana, yes.
And then when you can throw in your Zulu and
My Xhosa.
Xhosa.
Listen,
Yes,
this is
sir.
what I'm about to say. Abantu bazanibukela. Dibuta isitswana. Do you know what I just said? What did I just say?
Yeah, you said people are gonna watch you. Yeah, wabana fumbling is Tswana, so and now I'm with you.
Welcome to the Sai Sessions podcast, DJ Fortee. It's such a pleasure. It's such an honor, honestly speaking. Like I said, I've been tweeting you since 2013.
Yeah, I know it's nice being here. Hey,
Thank
Lynn,
you.
I've been watching your podcast. Kira. This one. Okay,
Bukela
I'm
ndoni
watching
pha?
her. I'm watching her.
Ubukela ndoni? What are you
I'm
watching?
just
You're
watching.
just watching.
I'm just watching. Kira. This one. Okay, I'll wait for her.
You'll wait for me.
Yeah.
Because I've been sitting there thinking, you know, I need to have DJ Fortee on my podcast. And then I'm
Yeah.
thinking, and then I get reluctant. Because, you know, when you hold someone of high esteem, you kind of become shy a little bit. Even though I'm not shy. I was like, should I ask DJ
You
Fortee?
shy?
You see. That's why I keep it to myself. I'm like, should I ask him to come and talk about music on this podcast? And then I'm like, you know what? Let me relax.
Yeah.
The time will come. And I guess this is
And
the
it
time.
presented itself.
Exactly.
in a
It just
regular
made
way.
sense, ne?
Yeah.
It just made sense.
Yes, it
You know,
does.
I want to ask you something, ne? Oh, as DJ Fortee, ne? I know, do you ever get comments about your name? Like, is he DJ Fortee because he's 40?
I get that a lot. Like, 40, are you 40?
Are you 40?
Like, I mean, how am I 40? Like, every year. How am I 40 every year? Like, I've been 40 since I don't know, 2005.
2000 what?
Yeah, I've been 40.
That's what I've always wondered.
Yeah.
I know how South Africans think because
Yo.
I am a South African.
Yo.
So I'm like, South Africans probably think that he named himself DJ Fortee because he is.
He's 40. Like every year. I've been 40 for the past 15 years.
So,
imagine.
DJ Fortee, we did say, and I did tell you before we jumped on air, this is not one of those normal conversations where they ask you, hey, where are you from? Tell us about yourself. I'm not,
what inspires you?
What inspires you? You know those ones where you can, you copy paste and you probably answer those questions. You've been answering those questions since 2000 probably. So this one is not
you
one
already
of
know her. I know she's gonna ask me this. I'm gonna answer it like this.
And ngiyakumbula, right now we actually just came from a listening session yako, and we're gonna get to that. And I said we talked about the questions that I have, and you said no, me, I answer very short.
I'm very now, like I can't answer once I start taking something deep because I'd want to go deep into the root, and I speak slow, as you can hear. So
this is where
I end up losing myself while trying to explain.
This is where you need to go deep. Yeah, this is where you need to go deep. You know, I want to ask you something. What are, in terms of, I just want to start here. I've been thinking about this a lot, and especially when we just came from your listening session. And I know that y'all should get the album coming. You should get the album, Decade. So you talked about how Afro Tech has been the sound infused by Amapiano on that. We keep having this conversation about Afro Tech, and I don't know if you know the conversations that we have about Afro Tech and how difficult it is to get in, or how difficult it is for people to see you.
I think I saw one you had with G. Washington on your podcast. I
think G. Washington, it's a bit gated. People are not united. I mean, what's your take on that? What do you think?
I agree, because Afrotech, for me, it's like they're taking the industry back, like to where it used to be. And then I think the Amapiano guys, they tried to show us, we don't need gatekeepers now. We are the gatekeepers. Like Urikirik once said, the awards said, all we need now is the internet. Or like we no longer need the gatekeepers. So, but Afrotech, it's like that now. It run a certain crowd, and then it's a magadi group. So no.
Group.
It's a magadi group. Yeah. Sai has people.
Are you in a group?
The show. No.
You're not in a. I can tell.
I'm not in a group, but then obviously you have a circle of friends. But then what I like to do, in my circle of friends, I like hosting events without them. I'll call one or two of them for a certain show, call the other two for another show. I always try to outsource, Wabo. So I don't have a group per se.
Okay, I will not click per se. But if you did, were you going to tell me?
I'm an open book.
I'd be like, hey, my click is you can see me on the street walking with.
No, it's in Nasai. No, man. I think the group and I always say, I know. And we know them, like we notice. Psychic group high. Okay, Washington and a group, typical example. G Washington group high. So if you can check example, he connects with everyone.
He does.
Let them that type. Okay, 40 is friends with Sai. Sai doesn't get along with G Washington. How is he friends with Sai and G Washington at the same time? I'm that person now.
That's what I don't get. That's what I don't get. Because when conversations are happening and you're in the middle of them, what do you do?
We don't talk about. We don't talk about. Serious. Okay, sometimes you might talk.
Okay.
And then, but now what I try to do, I will listen. I will listen to you. Then maybe try to show you where you are wrong. No. When you've got the wrong thoughts about this person, he's not like that, he's like this.
I feel like we're speaking in code. Like, why are we speaking in code? Like, are we scared to like drop names? Is that what's happening right now? Are we scared to like drop names?
No.
I'm not
Yeah,
scared to. I
example.
mean, I'm not scared to say anyone's name,
No.
but I feel like
Drop those names.
I'm just like in my head. What are we talking about here? Because I'm just like, if we're talking about, because I won't lie.
No, we're talking about the Afro movement in general.
Yes.
Yeah.
What,
In general.
can I tell you something?
Uh-huh.
We are talking about the Afro movement in general.
Yeah.
And I feel like a lot of people are not clear about this Afro movement in general. That's why I'm like, why are we speaking in codes?
Yeah.
It sounds like we're speaking in codes. If I'm watching this, am I going to understand what's happening? Because they don't understand what's happening. When they see music coming out, they see someone who's pushing a movement. Little do they know, whomever's pushing that movement, their motives for pushing that movement are not the number one.
Yeah.
But I don't know what you know, because I think you know more than me.
No, okay.
Because first of all, there's the boys' circle that the girls are not in. So I don't know what you guys
is there a
do.
girl circle?
I'm going to make one.
Is there a girl circle?
I'm making one. I'm
Okay.
going to make one.
Nice. So what's gonna happen? Are you gonna lock the boys out?
Yes. You guys have locked us out, Fortee. Let's talk about
How?
that. Let's talk
Okay,
about that.
Waban,
Watch
you
how.
are the one speaking in codes.
Okay.
Who's
watch
us?
Okay. Every women who have been in music have always found themselves locked out until someone deems them to be worthy to come in.
But you know, it's a very, like, not feel like there are very few women who take this thing
Seriously.
serious.
Okay,
But
please.
I feel like there are very few women who take this seriously. Because women are full of excuses, I'm sorry.
What excuses have
But
you
when
heard?
it comes to the
like,
industry,
when it comes to
no, like, Sai, I need you for a gig. Please come play 1 a.m. No, Fortee, I cannot come
cannot
1
do
a.m.
one.
No, let's rather do, I need to be home by this time. My boyfriend, my daughter, my what?
boyfriend. My
You don't know.
boyfriend.
You don't know. And Elena also with guys, sometimes I have a connection to Mozambique. Okay, so I have a connection to Moz. We can't fly there, we need to drive. No, I can't drive for 8 hours with random guys. Such things, yeah.
I see. Because throughout these years, and maybe you can also attest to it, because you're in these circles. I know you're in all of them. So I know you're in all of them.
Yeah.
You can help me understand and help us understand why have we been so excluded? We fight, but why have we been so excluded? And this boys club energy that you guys have, is it because you guys started together back in the day? Mara, I don't know if you got that energy.
No, I don't. Hence, like, I'm trying to think, have I done anything?
Can I ask you something? Have you ever heard of a group called DJs by DJs? Hey, this
DJs
group,
by DJs?
DJs by DJs. A WhatsApp group called DJs by DJs. Apparently, it had all of the of the DJs in South Africa,
Funny,
and it was
nah.
only gents, by the way.
Serious?
Yes. it
Not
was only
funny, I
gents.
don't do WhatsApp groups, you know.
Maybe that's why you are.
So,
like,
like,
maybe they
some
looked at you and they were
music-
like, "He's."
Yeah,
he's,
but
he's
no, right? This one, two-faced. No, like, I don't do groups. Like, the minute I see a group, maybe if you open a group and saying, we're going to have an event, so-and-so, the only thing we're going to talk about, Kamo, is the event, time slots, and we're good. But random groups, DJ by DJs.
DJs
What happens?
by DJs. It was a
Who's in
group. Guys, although top.
Name drop.
Who was there? Ngiyakumbula when Frankie showed me. So Frankie's there. He showed me.
Yeah.
Euphonic was on that group. I don't know. I think DJ Fresh was on that group.
Also the big dogs.
So those, the
Yeah.
big dogs, and I kind of assumed that it was like the boys' club there, because it seemed like a boys' club situation, because there weren't any girls there. Do you get me? Maybe they changed it. It's DJs by DJs
But
with
then
girls.
also remember the names that you are mentioning there. Hence, I'm saying the OGs, the big dogs.
OGs, ne?
Yeah, like back then, there were very few female DJs and producers. Unlike now. Now at least the female DJs are coming out but we still have we're still lacking when it comes to female producers. Wabo. So I think maybe you also need to
I'm
up
climbing
your
it,
game.
don't
when it
worry.
comes- yeah, wabo. I saw even Lady X. Yeah, now she's getting into the production thing, DJing thing. Wabo. So maybe as women, I feel like women they limit themselves to just being a DJ. Wabo.
No, but I don't think. I think. Let me tell you. I think that. Well, for me, I'll tell you. For me, I told myself that I wanted to first of all be the best DJ I can be, and I never told myself I never wanted to be a DJ that produces music. I wanted to be a DJ that entertains.
But I think that's what I'm saying with women. Most women only want to be DJs. You can only name a few. I think the one that I know is Le Soul, the one who's
does
doing
what?
good. As a
As a
doing good
producer,
as a
Thandi
producer.
Dry.
Thandi Dry, yeah. Wabo. It's only a handful.
Okay.
Okay, name 5 at least.
Let me think about it.
Thandi Dry,
Thandi Dry.
Le
We
Soul.
can add Le Soul now.
There's one that they
There's people
speak
that I'm
of.
forgetting as well. There's people that I'm forgetting.
Yeah.
But you're right. There aren't many of us. But that's
Yeah.
because also not all of us want to make music, and that's a fact. Even with the
No,
boys.
you
that
do.
is-
No, you do.
I know I do now
Yeah.
because I am. I have a problem. Not a problem. I want to be the best at things that I touch. Yeah,
You don't want to just do it
Yes,
for the sake of
doing it.
Yeah, I
so
feel
if I'm
you.
gonna be leveling up and I'm be one up over people and that I'm addicted to being one up, I'm doing it. That's what I need to do.
I get.
And you know what? As we're talking, 2005 was when you incepted with being a DJ.
Yeah,
Then
professionally.
onwards, professionally.
Yeah.
And then that was before being a producer,
Yeah.
Before you decided to. You see where you said. You see. Do you see
Yeah,
that?
you
Do you
start
see?
as a DJ.
Exactly.
Yeah, you start as a
Exactly. Give
DJ.
people
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
And tell me something now. The process of you from then and now. You talked about the OGs and the OGs now. What is there a difference that you're feeling in terms
Yeah.
of how the energies are in music?
I feel like the OGs back then in Towe Bulletin, they had created that thing of gatekeepers and all that. Ne? But then the new generation, there's no such. Yabo. The people who are being gatekeepers now, okay, but are from that era. But then the new era.
You're right, though. You're right. It's actually making me think about the fact that, but let's talk about it also. The OGs of then, who actually produces music? Let's who actually produces? Who actually makes?
Very few.
So that's not
Very,
why we are
very
being.
few.
So then,
Very few. Because remember back then the OGs they were compiling.
they're compiling.
Yeah, they were compiling.
They weren't producing.
Gatekeepers, remember. Who was producing back then?
Oh no, that's what. Besides, let's say, Black Coffee is a little bit post Christos and post Vinny Da Vinci and post DJ Fresh as well, just a little bit.
Yeah.
So we can say that Black Coffee just a little bit. He's the producer amongst the names that I have named. Yeah, but then we can add Euphonic as well.
But do you see the difference?
Tell me what the difference is.
Look where Black Coffee is now.
Yes.
The OGs are still up there, but then there's a difference.
There's a difference.
And not because he was also a producer. He was 10 steps ahead. Wabo. His production got him 10. Do you think if Black Coffee was just a DJ, would he be where he is now?
No.
He wouldn't. Wabo.
No.
So also see it like a female perspective for him. Luena, as a DJ, yes, it is possible to get to that level, but then the chances are, very slim.
So where do we go from here, do you think?
But now, I think also this thing of just being a DJ and a producer now, for me, now it's no longer working as such. I think what works now is being a DJ, a vocalist, and a producer.
Yonke into.
Yonke into, yeah. Because look, for example, Ofelo. Felo, look at if Fortee is there on stage playing. It's Fortee, I can play and finish without other people knowing that I'm playing. But then find a LOTv, he'll play, he'll go on stage, start interacting with the people. That's how they grow their fan base and all. But as Fortee as a DJ in J, I'm limited to just being a DJ.
But is that what you want to do, though?
No, but I wish I could. Just that I can't. Like I don't have that thing of getting
But
into stage.
is it? Do you want to? You say you wish, meaning you would like to do that.
Yeah, like I'd like to interact with people.
With people.
Yeah, but it's not in me. I don't know. I need maybe someday it will break. The ice will break. But for now,
I don't imagine you going.
Exactly.
Like I
Yeah.
don't see it.
Remember
Maybe
hip hop DJs? The reason why they were able to hype up like venues, they'll have a mic.
But yeah, can I tell you? But can I tell you also?
Yeah.
People, I in my sets I hype, right?
Yeah.
In my sets, depending on where I am,
Uh-huh.
I hype. I've been doing it since.
And it's working, right?
Since I got it, it's always worked. Yeah, it's always worked. But the funny thing is that it's always worked. Yeah. The funny thing was that at that time when I was doing it, I was scared that I might not be taken seriously as a DJ because
Yeah.
And now since the direction of the pressure of being a DJ is up there because of social media, everybody's feeling the pressure of being loud.
Yeah.
Like
yeah,
being loud about
yeah,
your performance.
Yeah.
And I don't know. Well, maybe South Africans love it. I don't know.
No, but I think for me, as much as I wish I could do that, but I think that weakness in me became my strong point because now I'm able to make noise with the set, like while playing. Like I'm able to get people's attention just by playing.
And I think that's the important part to me.
Yeah.
Personally, because not everybody is there to watch you be a gimmick
Yeah.
or pull
yeah,
some stats.
Yeah.
Do you get me? Sure.
Hey, remix.
No, it is a gimmick.
Yeah, it is.
It's a
It
gimmick.
is. Yeah.
It's a gimmick, and what I realize is that also in the South African context, sometimes
Yeah.
as an entertainer, if you don't have a gimmick, right now especially, if you don't have a gimmick to put on TikTok or something like that.
Exactly. People are making TikTok music now.
Yeah.
Yeah. When they in studio, no, it has to work for TikTok.
Yes.
Let's look for something trending.
Tell me, how do you feel about that, by the way? Because for me, it feels as if, look, I feel like there are people who are still out there and are still looking to consume music for the music.
Yeah, for the music. Yeah.
So,
I'm also for that.
And when what's your take in terms of making the music? Are you making music for the music, or are you making what is your situation?
Yes, today
are
I
you
was-
trying to trend on TikTok?
Today, I was chatting to a female friend of mine. We hadn't spoken in like a year or two. So I sent her a link to my album, Mario Fortee. I feel like crying when listening to your music because we missed this kind of music. And in my response, Linda, I said, me myself, I missed listening to this type of music because I used to complain a lot, like when I go into your Apple Music, Spotify, and I check under Soulful House or maybe Afro House, like you can only find a very few songs more. So that's why now with my album I decided no, I'm not gonna follow the trend that it's happening now. I'm just gonna make music and maybe incorporate the trend. But then I'm just gonna make the music. People will choose whether they like it or not.
Who do we look to in situations like that in terms of, because this is a big chat, by the way, and Yokuba, especially with the Afro sound, especially Afro tech now sound.
Yeah.
Who do we blame for that?
We have ourselves to blame because right now we have ourselves to blame, but then we do in a way have reasons why we do that.
What are the reasons?
Like right now Afro house producers like release once in a while, but then the main reason we take time when making the music. When it comes to Afro, quality is very important. The quality of the sound, because if the quality is bad, you won't feel what you need to feel. Whereas with my piano, quality is nothing. Whether the song has kick or not, it's actually the song doesn't have a kick. So with my piano, they can make a song now, take it out now. They don't have time. No, we need to master this. The vocals need to be like this. The beats need to be like this. Hence, maybe also the lifespan of Amapiano grew. I mean, when my piano came in, we thought, it's gonna last a year. After a year, maybe 2 years, maybe 3 years. But then it grew because it had space to grow. Because at first it was just amapiano, beats, no vocals. Then they grew into the vocals. They evolved now, making amapiano quality music. Now it's becoming more soulful. I still feel they still have room to grow.
I agree.
Imagine now if my piano comes HD quality.
Yo, imagine.
Imagine. So it's about a different level. Piano.
I remember I heard a comment. I remember there was, who was Georgia Smith? I think she made a piano song.
Is it?
Yeah. Long, I think last year or the year before that, she made a piano song, but it sounded like an R&B piano vibe, which I got it.
Yeah.
So you don't remember on social media, she was trending, and South Africans were coming at her hard on some...
Serious?
Yes, they came at her. They came at her on some, this is not my piano. And I remember reading a comment from one of the piano people saying that, I think it was Deben Gogo, I'm not sure, saying that piano hasn't even received Billboard status and people already want to jump on it. I was like,
You know, with piano, the minute you try to change it, I have a piano. If you clean it too much, I have a piano. So the secret to piano is to follow what everyone is doing. Because the minute you try to change it, I have a piano.
But look, okay, this is going to be a piano chat. Oh my goodness. Because let's say this.
Yeah.
I believe in the evolution of music and the evolution of sound. And the reason why now you structured your album the way that you structured it is because you believe in the evolution of sound and the evolution of music. And with the evolution of Afro music, do you think that by the rate that we're going with it, that it might succeed and get to where we want to see it going to?
Yeah, it might. Because, I'm going to tell you about me.
Tell me about you.
And I'm going to tell you about me. I'm going back to piano a bit. Sorry about that. But then, remember...
this is the most we've ever talked about piano on this podcast, actually.
But check, piano heights in the beginning. They used to take normal soulful house, the mixtape, but it's like a down tempo. Like, they'll take your normal songs, play them slowly, and that's how people got to introduce a sound about in piano. But their own music by it's a down tempo. They took but piano, but old music by Teosa tempo. They created piano. I feel like we're doing the same now ka Afro, but instead of the tempo, we used to play Afro beats, ka the vocals a piano. So now instead of doing that, we're taking the Afro beats, we're recording piano vocals. Like, not piano vocals, but that tone ya piano. The vibe ya piano.
I'm gonna say
for example, I'm taking a DJ Fortee beat, Kilokela Ayangstana on that. So now it complements Saitia piano, also gives space for Afro house.
Is that because you wanted to accommodate South Africans?
Not only South Africans. Remember, the beat, it's way out of South Africans, but then at least now you're giving them something that they are familiar with. When it comes to Pella Afro house, yes, it has been big, and then we're only trying to bring it back now again. But then
what is this bringing back?
No, remember.
I heard, who said that?
Yeah.
Shimza said something about bringing Afro back. I was like, it didn't go
no,
anyway.
It didn't go, but remember, Sai, you were saying something about the generational what growth, I'm at 2000, most of them, they don't know the songs that we used to know back then, Afro. The songs that we used to vibe to. So even if Redi Gala now, but now they can't really relate. So the best way to get them to relate is to play them a familiar voice.
Which is the Boyangsta.
Yeah, Boyangstana vibes.
Mosakis.
Mosakis, yeah, those type of vocals. We fuse them into the Afro beats and
I mean,
all.
look, it's a very great way of thinking about evolving the sound. I think now you might have tapped into something, you might have tapped into a future sound that other people have not even, considered.
Yeah,
but the funny thing about that is that you tapping into that future sound, whereas there's still, let's say, the Afro side to be pushed. Do you think that people are not going to overlook? They're not going to overlook Afro-tech, because we're still trying to push Afro-tech, for instance. It's our sound. It is our sound.
Yeah.
So we're still trying to push the Afro-tech. And I'm worried for it. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm worried.
You shouldn't be.
I'm so worried.
Imagine on my set, I play a DJ Fortee song that has that touch, and then I play a Kulo the song after that. Like you're gonna feel these songs are like inclined to each other, and then the only difference maybe it has a soulful vocal or maybe Afro vocal, and this one has vocal so it's still Afro.
Do you think that South Africans might feel like Afro-tech is not for them?
Yeah, maybe certain places.
I've seen it.
Yeah, certain places.
Yeah.
Certain places.
I wonder why they would feel that. I think
they feel like it's an international
thing. Sound. That's how soulful house in Mosi came to us as well.
Yeah, exactly.
That's how dance music came to us.
It came as an international.
Remember, we used to call it that. Yes, we used to call it international music.
So we're getting there.
Yeah, you know what? I hope you do, because the one thing we've seen is that, like, the producers more especially, they are targeting overseas, because they are getting the reception way better overseas than they are at their own homes.
Yeah. But also look at people like Abu Shimza. Actually, before Shimza, Black Coffee. Liyon started that thing.
Yako Ibiza. Are you talking about high Ibiza?
No. This side in SA.
He started what?
Yeah, Napusha, this movement, man.
Deep in the
city. Before Deep in the City, Salohabale, this other one, man. Yeah, Deep in the City. Liyon, they were trying to push Afro. Even though Nenteba invite a labor deep house, but they are trying to keep the sound alive. So Shimza Liyon came in. I for that. Kinanore, as much as we might like to deny it, but Shimza Ubuti, like a lot of years. We feel ever to that. Ubuti a lot of years.
Ubuti, what do you mean?
Yes. Oh, he opened a lot of years.
Okay.
He opened a lot of years. Because someone can go to UR, enjoy the music, and then Atlas Shanguvu. How Dala something like you are, obviously they're gonna vibe to it, because now they are familiar to the sound.
So essentially, I love those movements. Not only because the sound speaks to me, but I love those movements. Right? I just feel like they need to do better at who they feature, because they do like to do this thing of claiming.
Like you said.
Like
you said.
Yeah, no. Yeah, very divided.
Yeah,
I don't like it when they claim that, we're putting people on, we're introducing you guys. I watch these lineups all the time.
But how do you introduce if Lori, it's the same people? Yeah, you are not introducing. You are just hyping your circle. Yeah.
Sorry, I laughed at that too hard. You're hyping your circle. You're right though. You're just hyping your circle. Have you played any of these shows?
Not yet.
Why? Why? Why?
Like, I get that question a lot, man. But now I'm that type.
Also wait. I'm not saying that they're obligated. I'm just saying, for the sake of the movement. How is it that you haven't played those shows?
They have their reasons. I don't know them. But normally now I'm not touched. I'm okay with it. Because now I have my own thing. Even I'm happy it's not happening that way, because I don't want anyone to say no. Utsu sits again my movement. He became who he is because of my movement. Wabo. People started knowing him after
because of my, I put him on.
Yeah, wabo. So.
Hey, people like to do that.
Hey, yeah.
They like to put him.
Normally, this type of movement, they call you when they see you are close to your wabo, and then that's why they like saying I put Mamang on, because they call you when you are about to. Yeah, to break it. And then once you break, I put him on.
Put them on. I don't like
that. They don't want
energy.
those, Bako. They don't want those
who are still fighting.
Yeah. Banyaka, that one over fitting or okay. Sai Johnson did a song last week. It's banging. People are loving it. Kai. Let me invite him. Kai.
Hey,
they wanna claim.
They wanna claim.
They want you to feel, hey, no, this guy helped me. Somebody gonna say, no, shout out to Fortee.
Shout out to Fortee for putting me on. This is what I said on the last episode. That's exactly what I said on this thing of putting people on, because they want you to feel like
you owe them.
You owe them. Yeah, now you're gonna feel like you owe them. They want the outside looking in to be like, hey, Fortee discovered her. Fortee is the one who discovered her.
That's why with my albums, going back to my album, with my albums like Ratorin, everyone that I work with, I don't want them to feel as if I'm doing them a favor by working with them. I want this to be a teamwork. I want them to come together as one. Even a working relationship. I need them as much as they need me. Hence, I'm always trying to communicate with them. Everything that I do, I try to involve them. It's about, no, we did a song, that's it. I'm going to push it as Fortee. Like, even the listening session, I invited all of them just for the sake that let's put the face to the music. People are going to buy this album. People are going to love this album. So let them know who's singing on this album. Unlike me just playing the music.
100%.
Yeah.
100%. And I know, Okori, we're going to get to talking about decade. And as we get there, you mentioned, Uguti, this decade, this album is the first album you released yourself independently.
Yeah.
And I know someone at the listening session asked you what the difference is between releasing between releasing independently and releasing
major label
with a record label. Can you share with us now, before I put it, what is the difference between the record label route and the independent route?
I think like the record label has so many benefits in terms of like plugging your music. They have relationship with like your Apple Music and trailer, so they can put you on the features, playlist and all. But for me now, and they can also maybe put you on radio and all that. But I feel like those are the things you can do yourself if you have funding. So the most challenging thing, get funding pila. So if you have the capital, you don't need a major. But also, not everyone can be a manager, a DJ, a producer, a PR, something on their own. That's why we cannot all be rich. We need someone who's going to come and clean this place. We can't all be the owners.
Eventually, you have to accept that you have to be the person, the stepping stone person.
So it's the same car music. We can't all be independent. We do need those by Bakodi record label to keep the currency cycle flowing.
But do you think in this day and age, would you recommend someone to go in this day? I mean, I was having a conversation with a friend. They were like, what's the use of a record label nowadays?
No, you do. Some of them, they do need it. Like now, I'm not bad mouthing them because I know how much they have helped me. I remember when I released LOTv, like it was number 1 on iTunes for like a week. For me back then, it wasn't a big deal. people were saying, no, it's number one, but it wasn't a big deal for me. I wasn't even posting about it because I didn't do anything for it to get there.
I want to ask you something.
Okay.
Yo. We talked about the potential of certain majors putting numbers, and that is a complication, putting numbers to some music. Do you ever think that they might have done that to your music and you become worried? They put like fake numbers or something like that, or they pushed the numbers artificially?
No, you know what they do, ne? Remember, Kadi, say for example, iTunes. If you are an artist, there are a certain major label, and they see or maybe your single has potential, but to make sure when it comes out, it's there on your face, like first thing
in
you
your
see.
face.
Yeah, so it's not like they buying people to click on it, but then they putting you there so that even someone who doesn't know you.
But sometimes.
No, you know what they buy normally.
What do they buy?
They buy influencers.
That's buying people most. Me, I can't afford people. I can't afford 100 or 200 people to be
posting
about me
but
around the clock
or
watching my videos around the clock.
But it's marketing. It's more like paying for a Instagram advertisement or something. So with Instagram, Pela Lebona, you paying for Instagram to imagine you paying to reach your followers.
Your people. Instagram is
They're
crazy.
already there. Even Facebook, even Twitter, your people are there, but then you have to pay to reach them. How's that possible?
That's crazy.
Yeah, but it's business at the end of the day.
I guess so, but look, I mean, young producers always pull up and they ask, they're like, oh, I want to distribute with the label, and I'm like, okay, cool. What exactly do you want to get out of it? So that we can be able to assess where you stand and what you can do going forward.
But now with me, like I saw my weakness within major labels, because I was too relaxed. They would say, Fortee, you are releasing in a month. I just post once and say, no, next month, this date I'm releasing. And then come the week of the release, they'll have to remind me, Fortee, you need to post this, the countdown. Then I'll post, 2 days to the release, 4 days, 2 days, 1 day. Like, I didn't have that hunger, man, to strive. So I feel like what I'm doing now with Decade, had I done it in a major, we'd be speaking a different language now, But it's not easy to do that. It's like, when you want to host an event, you know already you are investing, say, 100K into this event. So you're going to make sure that you do whatever in your power to get that 100K. But after you spending that 100K, and you want to make sure that you get it, then I come and say, I want to get into this with you, take 200K. You're no longer going to push the same way because you got your money back. Like you don't have anything to worry about. Now you're just doing it for the sake. So I feel like we need that thing. Hey, I need to work. Yeah.
Okay. Is that what you feel like you've been, well, rather, let me ask, is there anything that throughout your career you feel like you've been missing? That you feel like you could have added to get to whatever you thought you would want out of your career?
Yeah, like these new kids are teaching us a lot of things. Pelarina back then, social media was there, but then we were never hands-on. Like we were too relaxed. Even now, like professional, like I won't go live. If I'm cutting my hair, I won't go live if I'm cutting my hair. I won't go live with the same t-shirt I was wearing yesterday. I won't go live. I won't post a picture with a t-shirt I was wearing last week. Like, such things. But these new boys, they're doing it. They don't care. But then now we have that ego. No, I can't do this. And that's pulling us back. Hence, you find the new kids have more numbers than us. Because they're always interacting. Now we interact once in a while, or when you have something to say. But now they're always on social media. going live, joining lives, whether they have something or not, they're always there. We always looking for a reason to be there.
Is that what you're saying that you would like to? What is that? What you're saying that you would have want to and input into?
Yeah, I feel like I should have been that young boy, man, who was so hungry.
But social media wasn't big then.
It wasn't big, but then
social media wasn't big then. It wasn't a thing.
But it's big now.
But then it wasn't a thing. Now you can say that now, but back then, what could you then have said? Yes. Because it wasn't a thing back then. Now, I feel like we're putting pressure on ourselves.
No, we should. I think we should. Because I remember even back then, like the big dogs would come, hey, please make a song for me. You'd get excited, make a song for that person for close to nothing because they are the legends. But then these boys, whether you are a legend or what, you call them, hey boy, please can I feature you on a song? No flop, man. You can just give me 5K. They're already into the business. Rena, we were never into that. Nere respect the man and feel like because they were gatekeepers back then.
Yes.
So when they come to you saying, please make a song for me, hoping or maybe they'll call you for a gig, or they'll put you on. But these boys, they know her, they have social media, they don't need you. You need them more than they need you.
Okay. Okay, I guess. What am I going to say?
Because they would say, no, Sai, no, we know you. I know you rock, but then pay. Yeah, you rocking doesn't pay the bills.
It doesn't.
Doesn't pay the bills.
It doesn't pay the bills at all. My goodness, it doesn't. But you know what? I hear you, and I feel like you're really praising the times of right now.
I am.
You really are praising the times of right now. Hey,
I respect
it's
them.
a better time. It's a better time to be making music.
It is.
It's a better time to be a musician.
I
really want to understand because it feels like, I mean, I look at it from another lens.
Okay.
But you're right, it is. There's much more freedom right now.
Now you can do anything. TikTok is there.
Amara, TikTok.
But with TikTok, now I feel like TikTok, it's giving.
No, I'll tell you why. Because like I always feel like the TikTok is misrepresents. You know why?
True.
Yeah, because like a song is gonna be like 2 minutes long. I mean, not 2 minutes. I mean, 30 seconds. You think it bangs.
Yeah, then you.
And then you go and you get it. You're like, hey.
That's the only 30 seconds of that song. Because people, I feel like they're making like a minute. Or like when they get into studio, they just say, hey Joe, let's just get this 1 minute right. The rest of the song doesn't matter.
I feel like that's how they're making music nowadays too. So that we can go and do a challenge.
Yeah.
Challenge and then done.
Ish.
That's how I think. But you know what? I do appreciate just like the mind and the energy that you've given to us. You respect us. You respect us as your listenership and as your clients. No, you respect us, honestly speaking. I pray that you continue respecting us. I seriously do. I seriously do pray you keep, because Nyani, from back in the day, you've respected us. Wait, how old are you? Do you want to tell me how old you are?
I'm 40.
He's 40.
I'm 40. I'm 40 till I turn 40.
Till you're 40, sharp. Like, honestly, you've been respecting us though, Nyani. You've really been keeping us in your minds. And you've really been making sure that we are well taken care of from get-go till now. And you know what I'm thinking about? I'm wondering, Uguti, has it happened in your mind, anywhere in your mind, where you felt like, I'm quitting this thing?
Music.
Yes.
Not quitting. I remember the beginning of lockdown. I started my own business, the acoustics and all. And like after doing that, like I neglected music in a way. Like I'd spend a month before going into the studio. Like I'd take those things, the acoustics, studio. Like my studio would be full of acoustics, wood and all that. And then I once had this dream, man, no. like someone man came into my dream and like was shaking his head, you know, you're playing with something here. That's when I said, no, I need to go back. Yeah. So, like someone just came and said, no, you need to stop. You are playing with something, we gave you something, you are playing with it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so hence even now I'm no longer promoting the business as I used to because it was taking so much of my time. But then it took me through lockdown. Like the business was booming in lockdown,
Yeah, okay. So because of that, you might have contemplated, Guti, I might just quit.
Yeah, no, not quit.
Like what, take a
I didn't
break?
give it love. Because after that dream side, that's when I even went back to studio. The songs that I had, I was ready to release them. But then I said, no, I need to change the entire sound. Because I remember after Keke Wawa, the song that I did with Black Motion, Lady Do, Coast and Poloso, after making that song and how people received it in the midst of the Amapiano sound, I heard, no, there's a future in this sound.
Yeah.
So I tried to complement that sound in every song that I made. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. And I'm glad that you mentioned your relationships with Kakewawa and stuff like that. Through this journey of yours, have you found that you still maintain the same relationships, like, or have you had fallouts with certain people? And have you had any fallouts?
No, I wouldn't call them fallouts.
What would you call them?
Because, with me, I feel like in the industry, you don't just call a person a friend. Yes, we work together, we get along, but don't call them friends because once they do you wrong, it's going to hurt you. I've been done wrong so many times, but then even today you'd see me with that person sitting like this having a drink, because I don't take it too personal. You did what you had to do. It's on you. So yeah.
So you maintained your relationships, let me say most of them.
Most of them, because for example, we've even Lee Meda, the Black Motion guy, we've known each other since back in the day, maybe say around 2006, 2008. Yeah, he used to come to my place like every week to collect music. He used to come every week collecting music. Sometimes I'd go to his place. Even when they got their breakthrough, he would say, hey man, we went to USA. Hey, we got this. We met with Louis Vega. We met Mama. But even then, I didn't consider it as best friends or whatever. Hence, I don't have like random conversations. Even you and I, we are cool, we are so cool, but then we don't have those random conversations. We talk when we need to. So that's what I do with every artist that's in the industry.
I mean, look, we don't gotta talk like 24/7, but we know we're good. We good. We don't gotta talk 24/7, but you know what? We know we put the protocol.
Just that there, some people, we good today, and then your song blows. Get a size, no 40, I'll check my calendar.
Hey, have you experienced that?
I have, many times.
That's a switch up and a half.
Many times, but cool, it's fine.
That's so pap.
Yeah, pap, it is.
Yeah, that's so pap. It's like, when people, that's so pap. Oh my goodness. Like, they're right. That, like, it changes you, this thing.
It changes you.
But
like,
look but how you've had hits and look at you.
And keep it to my, like I told you, the listening session, your lane.
Your lane. Ari, what did you say? Keep, not everyone has had the listening session.
Like no one can beat you in your lane. Like in order for them to pass you, they'll need to step out of your lane. So once they step out of your lane, they're no longer in your lane. So you have nothing to worry about.
Sure.
Even if they pass, but they're not in your lane.
Sure.
So yeah.
Somebody quote that. Put that on a poster. Put it on a t-shirt.
Yeah.
Put it on a t-shirt. So we keep talking about this listening session, and I want us to dive into that part of I guess the music part. and see where we're gonna go with that. You just dropped Decade, and you said that you named it Decade because it marks 10 years of you being commercializing your brand and making music
as a producer.
As a producer. Like, what I want to know is the evolution of the sound and the evolution of music for you, and also just observing it in the consumer. How do you feel the difference is?
Now, if you go back to I remember when I released the 2013 album, and in 2014, I announced that I'm going to release a solo album. People said, you will never make an album that's going to match this one. Or
which album was that?
The one I did with South Africa.
Okay. Oh, yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they said, no, you can never make something that's going to like outmatch this one or something like that. Then I came with the memo. They said, you will never make an album that's gonna outmatch this one. But then what I used to tell people is that don't compare albums, because now what I did on that album make you feel a certain way when I did that one. When I'm doing this one, I'm feeling a certain way, so it's obviously gonna be different. So every year it's gonna be different, and every year all those albums, there's at least one song there. I won't say whether there's one song that, but then there's at least, I remember the House Africa, it was the Falling in Love Again song there, that Blue, and then for the next one, the double disc, the first solo album, it was One Night Last Night with Lady Zama, and then with The Groove, it was Naughty Dance, that, and then with Unboxed, it was Monini. Now with this one, I feel like it's going to be the entire album. With this one, I know. Because throughout those years, I was able to pick up, okay, people, they like this type of sound. So this time I'm going to make an album that's going to accommodate all of that.
You want to confuse people in the
the NA.
Oh my goodness. So the sound is different.
It is.
And you've watched people consume your music. You've watched them consume your music, and have you felt like people have been consistent with you, by the way?
Not everyone, but then I also then blame them. I blame myself.
How so?
Because Nami, like, I stay away for too long.
What do you mean you stay away for too long? Like,
I do. Like,
what do you mean?
Okay, imagine, like, before now, when was the last time you heard any song of Fortee? It was 2019. Besides the Teke Wawa. My last release was in 2019.
2019, 2020, 2021. You see, because I'm like, where did 2020 go? Like, I actually tweeted. Yes, actually tweeted. Guys, who remembers 2020?
We don't count 2020.
Who remembers 2020
we shouldn't count
2021?
Yeah. They are off the calendar.
But let's talk about that though. How do you feel like you've been inconsistent?
I feel like it.
How compared to who though?
No, you know why I feel like that, name? Because a new sound was introduced, and then that new sound, they came in a lot of music for people to consume, and then if a Fortee doesn't take out anything within that era, the new sound, it's like, no, Fortee has been quiet. Even on social media, a lot of people have been saying, yo, brah, hey, welcome back. Hey, you've been quiet. Hey, even on my Facebook page, like, I hadn't been posting in the longest of time. I've been only posting on Instagram, but then the gigs I've been doing. So I feel like I was focusing more on being a DJ than just being a producer.
I see. Okay,
so I didn't have much of my songs to play at shows because I wasn't releasing any music.
I see.
Yeah.
I get what you're saying. But at least you've managed to give us an offering every couple of years. Do you get me? So you've managed to keep us
Maybe
sustained.
I'm being too hard on myself.
I think you are. I really think you are. I really think you are, because look, we've named how many albums now? 4 albums or 5 exactly.
Yeah.
In a span of a decade.
Yeah.
Like, what are you trying to do? One each year? What, like?
Not anymore, yeah. But then now, you know what I want to do? Like, I want to keep on releasing music. But then with this album, I feel like every song is going to get a chance. But with the new album, I feel like every song is going to get a chance. So it means sort of the lifespan of the album might be longer. So I won't be forced to release anything.
Okay, I hear you about that. But please don't be hard on yourself.
Yeah, no, I shouldn't. I'll try.
Please don't be hard on yourself,
I'll try,
because honestly speaking, you have done the most for us, and by, like I said, that decade.
Yeah, within the decade,
you've done a lot. There are people who choose not to give us music every 5 years.
Yeah.
They will decide they're going to give us music every 5
Check
years.
Adele. Adele can take out an album and stay away for 10 years. Ha, baba. And then she releases Diamond same month. I want to be like that. Eh?
Yeah, like Adele.
Yeah, but listen to the album. Like, you get to learn all the songs, get to enjoy all the songs. You find out, like, you'll find yourself not having a favorite song, but having that album be your favorite album. So, Nami, that's what I want with my new album, Decade. Like, I want it to grow so much in people. Like, as much as I'm gonna push Ororo as a single, but then I wanna push the album as a whole instead of just focusing on one single. I wanna push the album as a whole.
I mean, look, we were at the listening session, and thank you. We were at the listening session. We were. Okay, so I was at the listening session and we heard the music, and honestly, the reaction from the crowd was something I've never seen before. I was even asking myself, are we at a listening session? Where are we?
It's like Fortee's playing a set.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was like, where are we? Are we still at a listening session here? I was so confused. And you saw the response.
Yeah.
And it looked like every song could potentially work as a single.
Exactly. Hence, like, this is, for me, this is the first ever album that I've released, where, like, I'm so confident that I can play 80% of the songs on my sets.
Same. They're going to listen to it and like, hey, I can play this.
Yeah.
I can play 80% of this.
80%, because back then I used to make music for people to listen to, like, at their homes, in their cars. Hence, you'll find that you get only, say, 2 or 3 songs that you can play at gigs, but then mostly I was making music that people can consume while relaxing, having a good time, having a braai. Yeah.
Who did you target on this offering?
This one.
Yes,
everyone.
on Decade. You target everyone.
Everyone.
DJs,
like international, normal people.
If you're driving, you can play
everyone,
it. I see. Okay.
Because I listen to this album every day. Like, I stream
every day.
It every day. And I never used to do that, you know. Like, people will come into the car and say, no, Fortee, play your album. They force me to play my album.
Don't you hate it when they do that?
I'll say, man, I've heard this. But no, with this one, tell me anytime. You can even put it on now. I don't mind. Put it on repeat. I don't mind, yeah.
Okay, I see you.
And you remember, even look at the listening session, you said, Fortee, how long are you going to play the songs? I said maybe 4 minutes, but we played the entire
song. The entire song.
Yeah.
I guess that says something. I guess that says something, actually.
Yeah.
Okay. And you did say that in that project you fused, like, as I began the podcast, you fused your pianos, you fused your piano soulful sonics, you fused your soulful, you fused your afro and your afro tech and yada yada yada. Such sad.
Yeah.
That's what you said.
Because
why?
No, check, for example, what you said. You said, am I not scared that what I'm trying to do is gonna take away from
afro?
And my answer to that is, take example of, is it Sabela? No, Tlabelela. There's Tabia. Tabia is tribal. There's Optimist. Optimist is Amapiano. So I'm choosing the two, not only when it comes to the beat and the vocals, but also when it comes to vocals and vocals. Yeah, bro. So even with the opening song, we have Makanj, who's she has a jazzy feel, soulful feel, and then we have Bontle, who has the amapiano feel. We have Teke Wawa, we have Lady Do, who has that quieter feel and amapiano feel, and then we have Pulo, so we have that commercial sound. So I fused it everywhere.
You know what? I love that you did that, because I remember I said this at the time. I go to a lot of Afro producers, especially the young ones, they're not making music for radio. They're not making music for people, and that's one of the reasons why I'm scared for the sound. Because they are not, and then they're not.
Yeah, with Afro, like Afro producers are making music for like everyone, like almost every producer name. I feel like when they produce, like even when I listen to the music, I feel like they are picturing Black Coffee playing that song.
Dude, if you could see the last episode, that's exactly what I said. Yes.
Yeah, it's like when they produce the music, like they just see Black Coffee playing that song. They see Shimza rocking that song. They don't think of the radio. They don't think of it. And I remember I had a chat with the couple this other time, and we were speaking collaboration for him to be also part of my album. And the first thing he said, Fortee, when we do that song, let's make a radio-friendly song. I can make that. He said he can make the club music and all, but then let's make a radio-friendly song, because we're drifting away. The sound that's dominating now, they have radio-friendly songs. But we're looking for songs. Say, Lorraine, you want this at the club all the time. Doesn't work all the time.
It doesn't work all the time.
My mom won't listen to that. Yeah, so I also think of that. I want to make a song that my mom can listen to. My mom has been buying all my CDs. Even yesterday, I sold her a USB.
A USB.
Yeah, so I want her to be able to listen to it. Yeah.
I guess that also makes sense. That when you make your music, you also want everyone to be able to be accommodated. It's a pity though, really, that the producers now, they are not looking at radio. And we're stressed. Look at radio. Look at radio.
Even if you don't want your song to be there, but the fact that you're doing it with that mentality, it means that you're doing it for the people.
Yes, for the people.
Exactly, doing
for the people.
Not for a selected crowd.
And I like that you've always thought about the people, because like a lot of your songs, like it's instrumental, or co-instrumental, sing along the whole time, co-instrumental, sing along
all the time,
zodwa, sing along zodwa. Sing along. So you've included the people consistently. You've included, and even on Decade, you've thought about us. You've included us.
And I'm so picky when it comes to vocalists.
Tell me about that. How do you do that?
I'm so picky. You'll find that a lot of people would come to me and say, but do you have a relationship with a certain artist? Why are you not making music with that person? Okay, first of all, it might be the energy thing, but then also I would say no. I don't see how we would make a song that I have in mind. I don't see how I would make a song. I will make a song that I have in mind with Sai, because Sai is good, but not for my sound. And I know what I want when I make music. Like I know where I want to take the song. So hence I'm so picky when it comes to. There are a lot of artists that I have that I can make music with, big names, up and coming, but then some I just say no, let me rather make a song for you. Let me make a song for you, release it for you. This is not my sound. I have sold a lot of songs that are nice, but then I felt like they were not for me. They worked for other producers, but not for me.
Okay, I hear you. I'm processing everything as we're talking. I'm processing everything as we're talking because it's very important for me to kind of get into your mind and to kind of also make sure that I put your mind on the table so that everyone else also gets into your mind. So it's very important to me. So how has it been though with making this project in terms of putting it together? How has it been?
It's been an easy ride.
You mentioned though that like you've been working on it since 2020.
And like like I said, it was complete. Like I remember I sent Sony the demo in 2020. Yeah, I sent Sony a demo of the album 2020, late 2020. The album for me, I thought it was done. Babo. Till I said, God no, I wanna rearrange this. So hence, even the song with Tabi and it was a complete song. There are verses that she had that I took out. Even Umovi, there are verses that he had that I took out and I added Siyaka Kita. So, hey, this one, like, it's like someone was talking to me, Fortee, this song we're gonna do it like this one we're gonna do it like this. For this song, we're gonna talk to this guy. For this song, we're gonna talk to this woman. Yeah.
Okay.
So it was easy going.
Who haven't you worked with that you wanna work with them?
Now, I think Msaki, I was supposed to work with Msaki on this album, and then what happened? Oh yeah, she blew. She blew up. Yeah, she blew up. Yeah, I think
she become busy.
Yeah, she became busy. But now we did talk. Or no, Fortee send me the beat. We even met. I think our listening session here, Ladies Amaya at Universal, and said no. I know. Please send me that beat so that we can work. But then I feel like she became busy, even with Nkosazana daughter. But then for me, I feel like sometimes it's a blessing in disguise. Yeah. You might find that the timing wasn't right. So yeah, there's no better than that time than now. And then now I don't like forcing features.
Yeah.
If I say, Sai, let's work, and then you agree, I send you a beat, and then I have to remind you every day.
Okay, makes sense.
Yeah.
You don't want to be here.
No, because obviously to begin with, the energy is not aligned.
Yeah.
It means the energies are not aligned. If I have to. Because even with Lady Do has been saying, Fortee, send me beats. I've been procrastinating. Fortee, send me beats. Fortee, send me beats. We even went on Instagram Live, and she said in front of everyone, Fortee, if you don't send me a beat tonight, no. You and I are not going to be okay. I didn't send the beat even then. I think after a month, she had Wawa on the video that Black Motion played. That's when she picked up Fortee, I want to be on this one. So now my energy at that time, I said, this is the perfect song for you. When can we do this? She said, I think, did she say tomorrow or she came the same day? I can't remember. I think she came the same day, yeah. She came the same day.
I love to hear that story, actually. Yeah, I love to hear that story because I didn't hear it. I didn't hear it at the session, so I'm glad that I managed to get it out of you today.
No, like me and Lady Do have known each other like for quite some time.
Lady Do, she DJ'd most.
She
DJ'd,
she was a DJ.
so it was.
Yeah.
She was like,
she's still a it was DJ Lady Do.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Then she
and
decided.
Like Lady Do, Sai. Her story, like she's been in the game. Like she's been knocking on doors. She's done it all. Like she's been a vocalist, soulful house vocalist, house producer in a way, a DJ and all. So I think Namilena, I'm happy for her.
Same.
Where she is. And that's why she owns a throne now. Like she always likes preaching, or there are no gatekeepers now. Because even for her, she knows none of the guys who were the OGs back then opened the doors for her. She did it herself.
She did it herself.
Yeah.
I fucks with that, actually.
Yeah.
I wish, well, I don't wish, I will probably preach the same story.
Yeah, you should.
I probably will preach the same story.
No one is opening.
No one, yes. Yeah. No one, no one will say that they did this.
Yeah, no one can come and claim. I can't come and claim you.
Yes,
now.
no one, and I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
I mean, it's been a hard journey, but I guess I'm okay with it.
The people who can claim you are these people.
Maybe.
Yeah, your team can
My
claim
team can
you.
claim me, that's
no,
true.
But we started together, we did this,
No, my team can claim me. That's true.
Even we can't say claim you, but then, they've been there for you. They helped you get to the next level.
I love that. So now, listen, with this project, what exactly are you hoping to to communicate with the people through it? With Decade.
With Decade. That dance music is still alive.
It's the most alive.
Dance music is alive. Just that we've been denying people dance music. Like, we've been holding it back. It's alive. Like, Heavy K makes great dance music. But even Liyon, I feel like there came a point whereby he was consumed a bit by piano.
Yeah,
but
I know that point.
Yeah, so even Prince KB makes great dance music. A lot of people, Abu DJ Taxin, Abu Sanal music, but we are denying people that thing, man. Dance music is alive. Babo, hence.
Okay, so quick, sorry, not disturb. Nabo, they must maintain their lane, and not confuse us by deciding, let me jump ship and go to this thing that's trending. And they've done that. They've managed to maintain. Unlike certain genres, i.e. hip hop, because they've decided we're gonna.
And
hip hop is dying in South Africa. So now, but they must, keep their backbones. People should keep their backbones to make sure that people are starving for music. They're starving
people
for
are starving.
music.
Like the comment that I told you about, friend of mine, like I feel like crying listening to this music because we miss so much of this type of music. Even the comments that I have on my Instagram, on my Facebook, a lot of people are saying, Joe, we miss this type of sound. We miss this type of sound.
They better buy it.
They better, They mustn't just.
Don't just.
Yeah, you must buy, spread the music, make sure that people are aware what it's out there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Not just. No, talking doesn't.
And you know what I like also about, let me go back to You Are, that one Yashimza. The reason why I feel like for me it's doing a good thing. Back then when it came to Deep House and Afro, you'd get a song today, play it until you hear it from someone. Once I hear someone playing it, I stop playing it. It used to be like that. But one thing I noticed about Kunye, about You Are and Kunye, like there are commercial songs, that Afro commercial songs, that they play there like every time they make an event.
Really? Yeah.
Okay. You'll go there, you'll hear, for example, Shubile by Vitoto and DC. Everyone knows that song because they play it all the damn time. It's not another thing, no, because Shimza always play it, I won't play it. So I like that. People now are starting to repeat music. I won't play it. They repeat songs now.
Sure.
And that's how the new sound, the new movement, the piano, you'd find 10 DJs playing one song.
It tires me, but okay.
Back then you'd go to an event and literally hear 20 songs, the entire event, 20 songs. So that's why it became what it became now, what it is now.
I can't do the whole thing of getting to a venue and the same song. I can't. I can maybe do it if it's an Afro or Afro tech event. I can do it. I can listen to 5 hours of Afro tech.
Because remember with even Lee Osama, a lot of DJs ended up stop playing it, but no, everyone is playing it. So what? People want that.
So what?
Play it. Yes, I played it. I cannot play it.
So what?
We need to do better.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I try my best. And also this thing of, I keep telling people, send me music.
How often do you repeat your sets?
You know what? Honestly, not often.
You see, you need to do better.
But that's the thing. If I go to a venue and there's something that says I must play this, and I get to a venue, there's something that says I must play something different. That's the case. That's the case. But I won't lie to you. People do there are songs whereby I won't probably.
They know you
They know, yes, they know this.
For me, it used to be that Mali.
Mali, Tina.
People
Why are
even
you
used
saying
to
used to? I still play Imali me.
Like, yeah, I mean, I can even play, but then like people used to think it was my song.
Really?
Because yeah, I used to play that song.
All the time,
they
yeah.
knew that when Fortee goes in, that song has to be played. Yeah, but so but now I find myself at fault because now I'll have a July folder. But for me, I'll have a July folder, and then the entire July I'll play that folder within that folder. And then the next month, I no longer go into that folder. I focus in the new folder. Maybe I'll go back and take a song or two if maybe I see or no that one it messed up the crowd. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I'll take your thing of playing the same, so people know. But it's not like I don't, but I want them to know the music, so I'm going to play.
Yeah, if you love a song, so why not play? Play it like every set.
That's true.
Yeah.
And I don't deny myself of that.
Yeah. When you love it, play it all the time.
I don't deny myself.
Know the song for
yes, they must sing. They must think it's mine.
Yo, and I mean that's always been the case. A lot of people, City Rains, when it came out, Uri Gallo used to say, actually he thought it was my song, the way I used to play it, and then it also had that DJ Fortee sound in it. So like a lot of people used to think it was my song because I played it everywhere. So I think we need to keep up with that.
I bet people didn't know that about you. I bet what you're saying right now, they didn't know
true.
it. Yeah, they don't know it about you.
Because also I don't talk much.
You don't talk much.
I don't post much.
Is this the most you've talked? And okay, I'm glad.
When you said an hour, I said Marasai.
What are we gonna?
Not 20 minutes.
I would like if we went and asked how long we've been on air now. You listen, Mom. How long have we been on air? Just so, and you see.
What?
You see. It happens all the time. It happens all the time. Okay, so let's try to wrap it up now. We've talked about the music. We've talked about your philosophy. We talked about decade.
Yeah.
So now, going forward, what do you want people to see from you? What in terms of how they look at you, locally and internationally? Is it a hard question?
Yeah, correct.
Like, how do you want them to see you? Like, who do you want them to see when they see you?
A passionate DJ.
A passionate DJ.
I don't know. Yeah. Passionate DJ. I don't know how to answer that, but then I do know how I want people to see me. But then sometimes, the way that I want people to see me, like growing up, I would say, I wish people could see me the way they see Black Coffee, as that humble guy who has like impact. Then I want people to see me as that person who has so much impact dance music, within dance music. And not only dance music, because with me, like I said, the listening session, I don't go into studio saying I'm gonna make a song like this. I go into studio and I freestyle. Whatever comes out. And then I scrap out music so many times. Even the first song on the album, Telele, like it started as a song like this, like Afro Ted. But something said to me, no, doesn't go, man. Take it down, turn it down, go with the flow. So I want people to see me not only as a dance music DJ, or I'm a DJ.
I love that.
I'm a producer. I'm not a Afro house producer. I'm a producer. And even today, I did something that I never used to do, and I feel like that's working now. Like I was saying to myself, why have I not been doing this? I went onto Instagram. I went into
You went into Insta.
Like I would search Sai Jones. Then I check, okay, who are the DJs following Sai? Who are the producers following Sai? And then I would inbox them. yo guys, I have a new album, check it out, what. I did it maybe to more than 100 people today. But also those 100 people, they converted, because when I went back to the link that I created, the smart link, it's evident that they were going into the link. Yeah, and most of them, they even followed me. Most of them, I wasn't even following, so I had to follow them.
I'm going to do that, actually.
Yeah, but yeah, it works. Like, check this out, yeah.
I'm going to do that. I'm actually going to do that.
Yeah, look, it works. Like, I think the smart URL link, the time before I did that, it was on 240 clicks. After doing that and sending broadcast messages, I don't like broadcast messages. Yeah, but after doing that, it went from 2-something to 600. But now I'm denying myself something that's in front of me.
You're sleeping on yourself.
Yeah, bro. So, hey.
Sure. Listen, let's do this. I love Decade, and it's for those of you who don't know, it's out right now. Yes, it's out right now.
Have you found your favorite song?
Me, not yet.
Not yet.
Not
okay.
yet. Not yet.
Nah,
I won't lie to you.
I'm giving you a week.
Okay.
Yeah.
When on my next podcast shoot, I'm gonna say last time I said I would come back with a favorite song so that they know. When you will know within a week when.
Yeah.
But everyone
should know. Yeah.
Yeah. In fact, next week you'll know actually, because next week I'm broadcasting. I'm going out about all the drops. Everyone, you guys dropped, eh?
Yeah.
You guys dropped. There's a lot of you guys who
Lulo
dropped.
Cafe was saying even on the radio, yo, I've got so much music, yeah.
You guys dropped, and I feel like Lina, next week I have a lot to talk about. I'm just going to be talking about it. Yeah, I'm going to be talking about it.
Because listen to this, Citizen Deep. Liyon is doing amazing things. So Afro is bad.
No, let's push, guys. Let's push. Like, before we close, is there any last words that you want to say to your followers about anything? Before we start pushing Decade, not before we end off by pushing Decade.
No, like, Nasai, like, I'm a cow, I'm a horse with word clubs. Like, once I'm invested in something, the only language I speak, it's that thing. Like, I'm somehow, like, I'm, even today, I was waiting for Angie, my manager, while waiting for her, I said, let me go see some friends. When I went to those friends, I couldn't speak of anything except trying to sell them the music. The new music, yeah. Every conversation that I have now, I'm convincing someone to check out the music.
I don't have a USB now, otherwise I would go. Does Angie have a USB with her?
Yeah, she does.
So that we tell everybody, we tell them, where is she?
We have a market in here, eh?
So that we tell them that the album is out, Decade is out on all digital platforms, and you can get yourself a USB for 150 as well. Where do they get that, by the way?
They can DM me on my socials, DJ Fortee on Instagram, DJ Fortee Facebook, DJ Fortee Twitter, and we'll use Pudo, like a Korea guy, because I have orders that I need to submit tomorrow. Young KZN, some they going to Northwest. So yeah, you can deliver anywhere. I'm trying to push for Take a Lot, but I'll see.
Okay. Yeah. You see, that's someone who wants to be personal with you. He says DM me.
Yeah, DM me.
DM me straight.
Like, I've had so many people saying, Fortee, can we please manage your page for you? I want it to be personal. Yeah.
I love that.
Because when you're not going to respond the way that I'm going to respond.
Like, you're not going to post the way that you do.
Yeah.
Hey, we're going to see who's DMing you, I think.
I don't want that.
On that note, I have 3 people that have my Instagram. So if you're in my DMs, you must be careful. 3 people might be
I'm no longer sending you DMs. So I'll see you on WhatsApp.
I'm just a disclaimer that 3 other people might be seeing.
Yeah, but I saw the way sometimes you responded. But this one is hiding something. I know I need to go in and send.
But they don't look at my DMs. They don't look at my DMs. I hope they don't.
You don't know.
I hope they don't.
Well, Instagram now has that thing where you can read a message and read.
That thing is so stupid because we can see that you unread, Moss. Instagram
does
sends
it
a
show?
message, yes,
Oh, no,
saying
it
this message has been
no,
unsent.
it shows the unsent, but not the unread. Like you can read a message and then unread it, and then to me it's gonna appear as if you didn't see the message.
But to me, I will see that you sent a message. I'll ask you, hey, what was that message?
No, not the unsent.
Me, I will ask.
No, not the unsent.
I know.
There's
Look, it
an
sends me a message saying you have unsent it. And then I'm going to pull up to you and be like, yo, what were you saying, Veleve?
No, there's a different one. Yeah, unread. Unread.
Oh, unread.
Yeah.
The unsent.
No, look, you send me a DM, ne? I open it. I see, hey, this one is asking for something. I unread it.
Oh,
Put it-
unread.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I use that all the time.
Yeah, you see, yeah. No, so I didn't see that.
I use that all the time, yeah.
So hence I'm saying, you might say they're not checking it out. Can't know they check it out and then unread.
Unread it.
Yeah.
I know. I unread all. I like unread.
Yeah, I also do that.
Yeah. Unread.
This one.
All the time.
Then
sure.
the next time we meet, I didn't see it. Hey, sorry, no, I lie. Lies.
Oh my
you know
goodness.
where the danger is.
You know where the
They are
danger is.
watching.
Yes. Oh my goodness. Okay, so we need us to wrap up right now. Your social media, you already told us. DJ Fortee on all social media platforms.
Yeah.
The album is out. Decade. Y'all should go cop the album. And is there anything else that you want to share to the listeners right about now?
Yeah, they should also look out for the album launch. We did the listening session on the 1st of September, so I'm also thinking the album launch, I'm thinking of doing it on the 1st of October.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, so it's also going to be RSVP per invite, but then actually not per invite, RSVP, because this one I want to open it up to the public, but then per RSVP. Yeah.
Okay, that sounds pretty dope.
Yeah.
That sounds dope.
Because that way you know who's coming. Who's not
Yeah,
coming.
like you can monitor.
You can monitor
Yeah,
everything,
you can monitor. Okay, awesome. That was the Side Sessions podcast. Get the album Decade by DJ Fortee. I mean, he basically just told us all about him right now, told us his story, and that's why we're here on the Side Sessions podcast to tell people's stories. Otherwise, for now, this is DJ Fortee and Asai Jones signing out. Mwah!